What are three key responsibilities of a Scrum Master? Well, if you go look at the Scrum Guide, it's very clear. They're there to coach the organisation in the adoption of Scrum. In this new way of working, they're there to coach the product owner in good backlog management, in communicating what they want doing, when they want doing it, and really importantly, why they want to do it. They're there to coach the Scrum team as a whole in using a process, in crafting a process to really make the development effective, the adoption of agile values and principles, Scrum values. Okay, but so what? You can go and read that. In fact, if you haven't, please do. But what does that mean? Well, let's go in the opposite order. Let's start with that team. Many teams are not teams. They're groups of people who are brought together and paid to put up with each other. Okay? That's not a team. In fact, that's quite a sad indictment on 21st century work. What we want instead is a group of people, a small group of people who have a common goal. They want to work together. They need to work together to achieve that goal. They have the skills to achieve that goal. They have the autonomy to achieve that goal. Okay? And to truly become a team, they're willing to have the difficult conversations to achieve that goal. What you're doing as a Scrum Master is setting that up. It's an environmental thing. Do they have the right conditions to actually talk about the goal, to make it their own as a Scrum team? Yes, the product owner owns the product goal, the product vision. Absolutely. But your developers have to believe it. And they have to believe in it. And they have to be motivated by it. So we need to have those conversations. It is not just being paid to build a product. It's about being passionate, about being motivated to do the best job you can, in the best way you can. And a Scrum Master is really going to serve their team best by remembering this, by thinking, are we having the right conversations? Are we in a place where we can have those difficult conversations that will be awkward, that will be uncomfortable, that may be a bit scary? Can we have them? Can people walk away from them thinking we are better because we did that thing? It was difficult, but it was worthwhile. So that's how we're serving the team, is we're really focused on creating an environment where everybody feels safe, in the psychological safety term, okay, to speak up, to say things that others may disagree with. Okay? And that they have a voice. They can say it. It's not only that they feel safe to say it, but they feel like they'll be heard. That's your role as a Scrum Master when you're working with the team. Above and beyond everything else is creating a place where those developers, that product owner, can have the important conversations to build the right product. You're then going to work with the product owner. You're going to coach the product owner. Yay! What does that mean? Well, very often product owners have little to no training in the agile world, so you're going to help them understand their place in the grand scheme of things. They are not just a BA. They are not there to understand the requirements, design a solution and hand it to other people to build. They may be a conduit to the customers. They may be the customer themselves. But your role is going to be supporting them, bringing them new tools and techniques to better articulate the needs of the product. Explain not only what is it, but why is it. Help them talk about that with the developers and the wider stakeholder group. Some product owners, this is a key part of their skill set and they're very strong at it. Great, learn from them. Others are very new to it. This is a whole new way of working. For those, support them. Okay, bring those tools. It is conversations. It's holding them to account for a healthy backlog, for being able to articulate that vision in a way that inspires. Okay? So that whole unit as a Scrum team functions effectively. And of course, we're going to be working with the organisation, which is scary, is going to lead to difficult conversations, is going to lead to moments where you question whether you'll walk out of the room with a job. If you're feeling those, first of all, please do keep your job. But you need to be treading that line carefully. You need to be aware of when to push and when not to, because organisations will resist you. They will resist Agile coming in. They will want to stay as they are because it's easier, it's comfortable. Why would they change? This works. As a Scrum Master, as an Agile coach, you're going to be out talking to people about policies, about structures, about things that at first glance you have no right to be involved in the discussion of. But you're doing that to create an environment where your team or teams can excel. That's why you're there. That's the right you have. It's because you can see a direct line between a policy and an impediment in your team. So you want to be out there talking to people. Okay? Respectfully. Remember, they know how to do their job better than you do. Okay? So we're respectful, but that doesn't mean we're soft. We can be forceful. We can be stubborn. When somebody says they're going to do something, you're the person who is known to just turn up doggedly until it's done. Not because you enjoy it, though sometimes it is fun, but because you need it done. You're willing to hold them to account for their own words, okay, so that your team is in a better place. You're willing to make them uncomfortable and be uncomfortable in doing so, so that your team are better, so that your organisation improves as a whole. Coaching the organisation is a vague term, and it's really hard to encapsulate everything that we can do. Okay, but what you need to be willing to do is step up and have conversations with people way above and beyond your immediate sphere of influence, okay, in the hope that they will join forces with you to improve the organisation. There are many people out there who want to. Okay, it's a matter of finding them. So 3 roles, 3 key responsibilities for the Scrum Master. You need to work with that organisation to adopt an agile way of thinking, to transform themselves, to evolve into a better place for the modern world. You need to work with the product owners so that they can articulate the what, the why and the when, both to stakeholders and the team itself. And you need to work with that team to really get the benefits out of an agile way of working, an agile way of thinking, to build great products. If you've got to this point in the video, I hope you've enjoyed it. If so, a like would be appreciated. If you want to hear more from me, more answers to questions that maybe you've got in the agile world, please subscribe to the channel. And if you've got a question that you really want answered, drop it in the comments. I promise we'll get around to it. Thank you.